Friday, August 29th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. We had a pretty hot day yesterday across the region. Pretty quiet in many spots this morning. I'll show you the radar in just a second. Now, this is just before 5:30. A couple of the web cameras across the region. On the left, that's the Avalon Pier web camera along the North Carolina Outer Banks. And on the right, that's the Beach Mountain Parkway cam from resortcams.com up in the North Carolina mountains. And the temperature there at Kill Devil Hills, 75. It is 66 atop Beach Mountain. Pretty docile morning in both of those locations. Now, again, it was a hot day yesterday, up to 95 in Fayetteville, 97 in Columbia, Charlotte, Greensboro, Raleigh, all hitting 92, even mid-80s up in Boone. That's a pretty hot day up that way. And these are 5 o'clock temperatures this morning. Lots of low to mid-70s across the Piedmont, the Sandhills to the coast. A little bit cooler there in Boone at 59. Now, we've had a little frontal boundary drop into the region. You notice the wind out of the northeast in Greensboro and Raleigh, and that's going to make for a very tricky high temperature forecast today. As with this front draped through the region, this northeasterly flow, the front's right about there, and the northeasterly flow behind that front will hold temperatures in check somewhat across places roughly I-40 and points north. So it is a bit of a challenging high temperature forecast today. Pretty muggy though. Most of us relatively close to 70 or so for dew points. So again, there's that front draped through the region. Now, the past few hours, we've seen a few of these showers and thunderstorms developing there in northeastern North Carolina. Everybody else pretty quiet around the region, but there are those showers and thunderstorms there again during the 5 o'clock hour in northeastern parts of North Carolina. And with that front, draped through the region, it is a possibility that we could see a couple of those showers or thunderstorms anywhere across the Piedmont as we go through the course of today. So this is the surface map with the RPM modeling laid underneath it, and you can see some of those showers or thunderstorms bubbling up across central North Carolina later this afternoon and into this evening. Now, the high-resolution model is not as aggressive at all with developing any showers or storms. There are a few showers and storms over, say, Raleigh and points east from there, but really nothing for the Charlotte or Greensboro areas. But again, I think anybody could see 1 or 2 showers or storms this afternoon. So there's your northeast wind, and in a lot of central North Carolina at lunchtime today. But by tomorrow, those winds everywhere out of the south and southeast, and that'll bring back in the hotter and the muggier area. Set up tomorrow shows that front kind of washing out with time. Only a limited chance of a couple of showers or storms tomorrow, and your highs around 90 or so tomorrow afternoon, and similar setup on Sunday. Could be a couple of afternoon showers or storms there on Sunday afternoon, and a lot of low 90s on the board, mid 90s around Columbia. Now, it still looks like a hot summertime setup next week. High pressure building in from the Atlantic Ocean, broad southwesterly flow around here. Hot, humid with a few afternoon storms. Here's a snapshot of Wednesday's highs next week. You can see those highs pushing well up into the 90s across the region, so it does look like a pretty hot week overall next week. Now in the tropics, of course, through the week we've been tracking Cristobal. What's left of Cristobal, it's still a pretty intense system, but it is racing northeast there through the North Atlantic Ocean, so we're kind of done with that here across the lower 48. Also watching an area down in the Caribbean Sea. It is not very organized, and the overall prospects of this developing at this point look relatively low, but we will keep an eye as that continues to track westward through the Caribbean Sea. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.